I'm Zev Weisdorf. I am 19 and I've not been on this planet for very long, but would like to share my views and look on the short life I've lived thus far. Jim Carrey once said, "How can you serve the world? What do they need that your talents can provide?" Every person you will meet and will know are so important and can improve the world we live in tremendously. Nobody's talents exceed another's. No matter how much you learn or seem to have, you can give another person joy. Passing on joy to another person is like a match starting a forest fire. It is contagious. When one is truly happy, you cannot see your surroundings in a negative way. That is the secret to our stability and impact on others. Go learn. Teach yourself things you never knew, because learning is beautiful and truly awesome. Why are others going through early adulthood wasting their time on apps when their time is running out? The time is now to discover things about ourselves and our universe that we never imagined plausible. We do not realize the database is sitting in front of us 24/7 that are not being used. It is the crack to the gaping pit called revolution. Next time you talk to someone older than yourself, unlock their wisdom. Everyone is full of wisdom that they can share to make someone finer. So delve into others' wisdom.
To think you're going to go through life and not have any adversities, that's crazy. You're going to have a lot of adversities.
John Wooden once said, the great UCLA basketball coach, "Reputation is how others perceive you, while character is how you perceive yourself. Do not act in the hope to be accepted by others, putting your reputation above all else. If you act to purify your character, you'll begin to fulfill your life. Surround yourself with great people who truly love you. Stop being someone you are not." I read a book called The Four Agreements, and in that book it taught me to never assume. Do not assume anything ever, for assumptions can only lead to bad things. I recognize that I'm young, and being naive goes alongside being a young adult. But when asked the age-old question, does money bring happiness? I wanted to break it down and give people an answer. Currency runs everyone's lives. People go to work so they can pay to live somewhere close to work and afford to drive a car to their work just so they can make money to do it all over again. And is this living? We talk ourselves into believing that we have no choice and this is the right way to live. It's the safe way to live, and safety for many means contentment because it's good enough. That, however, is a misconception. And if you're wondering what it is I'm trying to point out, I'm expressing to you guys that people settle for miserable lives partly because they have taught themselves that money equals happiness. If I gave a homeless person $50,000 just so he or she could sleep in a bed, eat 3 meals a day for a year, that would indeed make them happier. For someone living comfortably, money will give them brief happiness, not lifelong happiness. We all get desensitized to things, and just like we used to get tired of playing with the same toys when we were in preschool, people can get desensitized to new houses and new cars, leaving someone who was miserable before to stay miserable. This is why the key to happiness is not money, but relationships. Relationships constantly evolve, connecting people in ways unexplainable. This is impossible to do with any materialistic item bought with money. Many wise people have said the effect you have on others is the greatest currency. And that is so true. Throughout their life, people do not remember others as that great surgeon who made $300,000 or that fantastic craftsman who made $70,000. They remember that great surgeon who enlightened them and that fantastic craftsman who made them laugh. For it is the relationships and communication with others in our life that affects people most. You will not be remembered for your paycheck. Rather, you'll be remembered for your attributes and characteristics. Next funeral you go to, tell me if they highlight the size of the person's house or car. No, they're going to reminisce on how great of a person they were to others. Believe it or not, you can have forever lasting impact on someone and not even know it. That impression can be good or bad. Choose to spread love. Impact someone in a positive way rather than the negative, because both influences are wildfires. And if you think otherwise, you have a choice. We face millions of choices a day, some heavier than others. A frequent choice is whether to choose zeal or love, or hate and fear. Always choose to love. The interesting thing about love is the joy felt by both sides. And while happiness is felt by both sides when love is given, the opposite occurs when one hates. Neither side feels favorable. People showing hate can really just be projecting their fears. The Hall of Famer Deion Sanders said, "The problem with some dreams, the dreams are only about you. If your dream ain't bigger than you, there's a problem with your dream." We were all put on this earth to give, not take, truly. Those who go through their lives giving will get the most out of their lives. They are the ones who feel most complete. I've come to the realization that our lives are just a long train ride, passing station to station. Each station a chapter where we leave behind things, others, parts of ourselves, and pick up new things. We meet people getting onto the same train as our own, not knowing when they will decide to get off. We don't know our destination until we get there. The mystery is beautiful. And it's so true. I know it's cheesy, but that's the truth. Through my own experience and vicarious learning, I've realized that it is what we cannot grasp that scares us. Push yourself. Continue to surprise yourself and prosper. It will be then that you do not live your life with fear. There's a big difference between being fearful and being cautious. Break down your options to do what is right for you. But some of the greatest moments of our lives happen when we trust the process and leap. I wonder why it is we've not been able to prove if we are all connected through energy. If we indeed are just bodies shaped around a soul and therefore attached to this earth whose energy we share, that same energy we all share with one another. The energy that might not end when we die and death is merely just physical. The energy you feel the instant you meet someone. It's all tough to believe, and that's why I'd love if there was proof rather than theory. If this is true, then the logistics to take care of our earth and to feel other people's pain when it really doesn't have anything to do with us is utterly true. We are all one, but with the appearance of many. I saw a video stating that a wave is separate. It's seen as its own self, but the wave is actually part of the entire ocean. Therefore, we are all the ocean and just a bunch of water droplets. Trust your instincts and do whatever it is you need to do for you, regardless of what others are telling you. This goes for everyday choices. There will always be people who like you and dislike you. Therefore, there is every reason in the world to be a completely authentic self. It will be then that you get rid of the toxic people around you and find the ones who love you for you. We were all given skills at birth, in addition to life experiences that shape us. It is that which we are meant to spread upon others. But the skills given at birth, that was done for us. Our role is finding our prowess within ourselves. Diving into your spirit is something none other than you can do, so dive oh so deep. I'm still young, yet I've recognized an awful lot about the running stories of people's lives all around us, and I can't wait to discover more. We wonder where the societies on this planet are going, but that's impossible to predict. We cannot sit back feeling helpless when the solutions are in our own hands. We all have so much power to make a change. A quote I love is, "Do what you can with what you have where you are." We have no control over others, only ourselves. If you do the best you possibly can with what's in your control, you will feel more whole, and we will make a change. Thank you.